What's up, guys? Willie's Comics back, another video. I have a collection that I just got in today. Early Bronze Age collection, about 270 something books. I counted them, just counted them actually. And I paid $650, so it ended up being like less than $2.40 a book, I think. But yeah, so really good deal. I'll show y'all why. A lot of early bronze, bronze horror, and some other good stuff. So we'll go over it in a second. First key up, we'll just go over the keys and then I'll explain what else was in there. Incredible Hulk 168, the first Harpy. Solid copy right there. And then Incredible Hulk 171, the Hulk versus Rhino and Abomination. So that is also a super cool book right there. I haven't rebagged and boarded that yet. And then we'll get into the books that I have rebagged and boarded. This is Giant Size Superheroes #1, featuring Spiderman. Right there. Solid book. The giant size books are always really cool, so cool right there. A gorgeous cover. This is Tomb of Dracula #16. I forget exactly why this is a key, but this is an awesome looking book. It is a key, goes for a decent price, but it is beautiful. Mylar is pretty reflective, but yeah. A few Tomb of Dracula books, no #10, but a few decent books. This is The Demon #7. The first appearance of this guy right here, the Witch Boy, whatever his name is, but yeah, first appearance there. Solid book, goes for a good bit. 40, 50 bucks, maybe more, we'll see. But definitely a nice book there. I also had a nice little demon run. I think it was issues, I didn't have #1, but 2 through early, maybe 14 or something, whatever I had, and I don't know exactly. But Eternals #2, the second appearance of the Eternals, and then I think like first Icarus and some other characters, first Erishim maybe. But I had #3, and then I had a few others, but no #1. They had a nice little run of Eternals, so 1 through like maybe 16 or so. No #1, unfortunately, but again, not a bad run there. Astonishing Tales #13. This is a really cool book. I did not realize this was this is why this was a key, but this is the third appearance of Man-Thing and his first cover appearance. So first cover appearance of Man-Thing is a pretty big deal for that character, I would think. So definitely a nice book there. Again, as you can tell, besides the Eternals, but already it's Tomb of Dracula, Demon, Man-Thing. You'll see right next. It's a lot of horror stuff in this collection. This is Tomb of Dracula #18, the first Werewolf by Night versus Dracula. So, again, really nice book there. I honestly thought the grades were not going to be as good as they were when I got told about this collection. This was actually from the guys a few videos back where I bought comics from at a garage sale. I just walked up to the garage sale, saw a comic book, asked if they had more, bought a bunch of books for like $1 a piece or so. They were modern books, nothing huge, nothing like this, but there were some keys. It was a good buy. And then I got their numbers because they said they had more. Kind of forgot about it, and they texted me last night saying, "Hey man, like we got some 60s and 70s books. Are you interested?" And I said, "Yes, of course." And so I met up this morning and checked them out, and it worked out. So Commandy #1, the first Commandy. Jack Kirby art, really cool, solid grade, very nice book there. Werewolf by Night, Marvel Spotlight on Werewolf by Night, #3. Not #2, which is his first appearance, but this is his second appearance. Again, it was like a few keys that were one off, or a couple off those huge books. I mean, these are nice books. These go for a lot. Like this might be a $100 book right here. Maybe. It's definitely not a cheap book. Same with this. This is Werewolf by Night #4, the first appearance of the Darkhold, and Werewolf by Night's third appearance. Nice cover there. I like these red covers. They're really cool. But yeah, nice one there. giant-sized creatures featuring Werewolf by Night and Tigra, the werewoman. This is the first appearance of Tigra, and I think she was another character before this, but so this isn't this character's first appearance, but this is her first appearance as Tigra, excuse me. So that's actually a little more expensive than I thought it would be. Did not realize that. So cool book there. And then these were some of the books that I recognized. I knew what they were going into it. Before I do that, I will show this book, and it is, I guess, the all new collector's edition, but the Neil Adams Superman versus Muhammad Ali, the giant-sized book. This is worth a decent bit too. It's not near mint. It's got some spine stress, but overall it looks pretty. I gotta find a new bag for this. A magazine bag won't fit this because it's too small, and I don't want to buy a pack of bags for this thing, you know. So I don't know how I'm gonna find a bag for this, but definitely a nice book there that's worth a pretty penny. So I like that. And then these were the recognizable, like, you know, standard comics. This is Jungle Action number 6, the first appearance of Killmonger, right there. Not a bad looking book, except it has a tear, as you can see right here in the cover, and then 3 pieces of tape. Yeah, 3 pieces of tape holding that cover, that tear in place. So the cover together. Doesn't look bad. I mean, it's still a solid book. Definitely a big key. Unfortunately, it's got the tear. Whatever. It's going to be a more affordable copy for someone. So still a nice book, worth mentioning though. Jungle Action number 5. I forget exactly why this is a key. This is maybe I think this is the continuation of the Black Panther stuff from Avengers. So this cover is awesome. So you got him fighting Man-Ape. Super cool cover. And this copy is really nice. No big tear like that or anything. But yeah, super cool book right there. Then we got, I actually didn't even recognize this book at first. This is Amazing Spider-Man 124, the first Man-Wolf, which is a pretty big key as well, actually. So nice key there. This is the only Spider-Man key, or at least ASM key. So pretty cool. Like that book. A lot of werewolf stuff, you know, Werewolf by Night, Man-Wolf, stuff like that. Tomb of Dracula. You know, you can tell. Werewolf by Night, number 37. This is the top 3, I guess. Third appearance of Moon Knight right there. Definitely a nice book. Solid grade. It's only got a little bit some spine ticks. You know, it's definitely a nice shape. So cool book there. Werewolf by Night number 33. This is the second appearance of Moon Knight. So very nice book there. And last but not least, you might think, unfortunately, it's not that book. Still a very nice book, but not the one that it seemed like it was leading up to. This is Werewolf by Night number 1. And it is a gorgeous copy. I think that the pages aren't like white. They might be off-white. But it is a beautiful looking book. So pretty. But it is an awesome cover. The art looks great. This is an expensive book for sure. And yeah, so I had issues 1 through 40 something Werewolf by Night. Only one missing was 32. He knew what he had. This guy knew what he had. He said that they wanted 50%. I asked him, you know, in the text message, I was like, how much are you hoping to get for the comics? He said 50% of market value, or fair market, you know, of what they're going for. And the more you buy, the more of a discount we'll give you. I'm like, okay. So I went in there and he said he thought the books were worth $1,800. I personally think it's worth more than that, but it was not that off of the assessment. So he went at $900. That's where we started. So, and then I worked him down to $650. I thought that was a fair price. $900 would have been a good deal. I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, so is $650, but it was a lot. It would have been really a lot. So I'm happy with it. I I think I got a really good deal off of it. He also said he had like a Hulk 181, and you could tell the Eternals one was missing, the Demon one was missing. So he said that he had sold those books years prior, which I believe. I think I don't see any reason why he would lie. You know, if he was pulling all these books, he could have pulled that in a bunch of these. You know, so again, it's also his right. It's not like it's not they're not my books. I mean, these are now, but before they weren't. So, you know, usually I don't know, there's no reason not to be open, so I guess he did sell those, which is unfortunate because I was this close to a Werewolf by Night. And I told him, I was like, look, I know you said you sold it. I don't know if you have any like big books that you have that you don't want to sell. Like, I would be willing to pay up for those. I'd be willing to pay more for those books. And he's like, yeah, man, unfortunately I sold those. So, oh well. But I was close. Still a really good buy. I'm extremely happy with this. No major grails, but some solid keys, some big keys, and I am very excited. Again, I'm slowly getting more vintage, like early bronze, silver books, and it's exciting. And he also has another short box. So I bought about 2/3 of his collection, and he said if I bought this today, he'd call me in like a month or so when he wanted to sell the other books. And I was like, sweet. I actually brought them out for me to look at, and they were good. I think the bigger keys were here, but there were a few solid books that I would be interested in that run too. Nothing crazy, but it was all, again, early bronze stuff that even if it's not keys or huge keys, I'd be willing to buy it, you know, for that kind of price. So excited about that. And he said because there were 3 brothers, and they each have they all had their own collection. And so I got that from this guy. Apparently the other brother, the one that I really didn't buy a ton from the first time, he has some 80s and 90s comics. So I'm probably gonna give them a text in a couple weeks, figure out something, maybe try to buy the books. I'm not really interested in buying like the rest of the modern stuff that they had. I mean, unless they gave it to me for like dirt cheap. I'm probably not gonna buy it, so I'm really just looking for the older stuff now, like the 80s, 90s, or maybe 90s, depends on what it is. But the 80s and 70s books, I don't know if they have a lot of 60s, but 70s and 80s I'm all for it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and till next time.